The connection between red meat consumption and type 2 diabetes. Type 2 diabetes is a prevalent and serious health condition that affects millions of people worldwide. Recent studies have shed light on the potential link between red meat consumption and the development of type 2 diabetes. While more research is needed to establish a definitive cause and effect relationship, evidence suggests that individuals who consume higher amounts of red meat may have an increased risk of developing type 2 diabetes. Understanding type 2 diabetes. Before delving into the link between red meat and type 2 diabetes, it's important to understand the basics of this chronic condition. Type 2 diabetes is a metabolic disorder characterized by high blood sugar levels resulting from the body's inability to effectively use insulin or produce enough of it. Insulin is a hormone that regulates blood sugar levels and allows cells to absorb glucose for energy. There are several risk factors associated with the development of type 2 diabetes, including genetics, obesity, sedentary lifestyle, and poor dietary choices. While genetics play a role in the susceptibility to the disease, lifestyle factors such as diet and physical activity have a significant impact on its occurrence. The study, Red Meat Consumption and Type 2 Diabetes. A large-scale study conducted by Harvard researchers investigated the relationship between red meat consumption and the risk of developing type 2 diabetes. The study followed the eating habits of over 200,000 participants for up to 36 years, providing valuable insights into the potential link between red meat and diabetes. According to the study, individuals who consumed high amounts of red meat, defined as more than one serving per day, had a significantly higher risk of developing type 2 diabetes compared to those who consumed less. The risk increased by approximately 50% when comparing the highest consumers to the lowest. Factors contributing to the link. While the study highlights the association between red meat consumption and type 2 diabetes, it's important to note that the exact mechanisms behind this link are still being investigated. Several potential factors have been identified that may contribute to the increased risk. Saturated fat and insulin sensitivity. One possible explanation is the high content of saturated fat in red meat. Saturated fat has been found to reduce insulin sensitivity and impair the functioning of beta cells in the pancreas. Beta cells are responsible for producing insulin and maintaining blood glucose levels. When these cells are compromised, it can lead to insulin resistance and an increased risk of type 2 diabetes. Hemi-iron and oxidative stress. Another factor is hemi-iron, which is predominantly found in animal foods such as red meat. Research suggests that hemi-iron can increase insulin resistance, impair beta cell functioning, and contribute to oxidative stress in the body. Oxidative stress occurs when there is an imbalance between free radicals and antioxidants, potentially leading to cellular damage. Body weight and diet quality. It's worth noting that individuals who consumed higher amounts of red meat also had higher body mass indexes and consumed more calories overall. These participants were also less physically active and had poorer overall diet quality. Excess body weight is a known risk factor for type 2 diabetes, and the study found that about half of the increased risk associated with red meat consumption could be attributed to higher body mass indexes. Dietary recommendations and lifestyle changes. Based on the findings of the study, it is advisable to limit red meat consumption as part of a healthy lifestyle. While it may not be necessary to eliminate red meat altogether, reducing its frequency and portion size can have significant health benefits. Optimal red meat intake. The U.S. dietary guidelines do not specify a specific amount of red meat that is deemed acceptable. However, a recent review of observational studies suggests that daily consumption of unprocessed red meat should be limited to 50 to 100 grams, which is equivalent to no more than 3.5 ounces per day. This moderation can help prevent high blood pressure and cardiovascular diseases. Healthy alternatives. Instead of relying heavily on red meat, individuals can choose to incorporate other sources of protein into their diets. Plant-based proteins such as nuts, legumes, and soy are excellent alternatives that provide essential nutrients while reducing the consumption of red meat. Overall healthy lifestyle. In addition to dietary changes, adopting a holistic approach to health is key. Engaging in regular physical activity, maintaining a healthy weight, and consuming a balanced diet rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins can significantly reduce the risk of developing type 2 diabetes. Conclusion. While more research is needed to establish a conclusive cause and effect relationship, the evidence suggests that individuals who consume higher amounts of red meat may have an increased risk of developing type 2 diabetes. Factors such as saturated fat, heme-iron, and poor diet quality contribute to this association. By making informed dietary choices, such as reducing red meat consumption and incorporating healthier alternatives, individuals can take proactive steps towards optimizing their health and reducing the risk of type 2 diabetes.